world of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model, every scene, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, sci-fi ships taking air. Journey grand in his mind, through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time in tune. Passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagine taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
You can tell I'm not on the game tonight, can't you? I'm all over the place with these buttons. I can't even. I'll tell you what. I'm falling asleep. Let me give you an idea of what's been going on. Remember I told you I had a chest infection last week? You know what? The good news is that chest infection's almost disappeared. It's great. I feel absolutely brilliant. Trouble is that hay fever is just driving me crazy, and it's been rainy. As a matter of fact, perhaps we should do the weather report first. The weather in the UK has just been god awful. Trust me. To the UK, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it? Nothing works tonight. Oh, it's a car crash stream already. Okay, look, it's just chucking it down a rain, and it's like 16 degrees out there Celsius. It's the middle of summer. Can you believe that? We haven't had a summer, and it's just driving my hay fever absolutely crazy. So spending most of my time in the workshop, and I've had a move around. As you see, all my printers are now up here. Optimus Prime is now in the house. I'll move Vincent over, although Vincent's going to be lifted slightly. And as you can see, my space station is doing what the space station does. I haven't put the little clipper on because I don't really want to hide that lovely docking area. So I thought if I just put that down here, people can play with it and try and dock it yourself into there. So it's sort of like an interactive sort of model. That's what I was going for. Honestly, that's what I was going for. So now I'm starting to think, is any of my things going to work today? I'm just trying to think. One of them worked. I can't believe that one's not working. I don't understand why that isn't working. Oh, well. But yeah, the weather's absolutely terrible. I will look at chat in a minute. I just want to tell you what else I've been up to. Obviously, I did the Megazord today, so that's a good one starting. And now tomorrow, there's going to be a really quick build on the channel because I haven't got time to do a full massive build. I'm hoping I'll get 10 minutes out of it because all my electric and gas is being turned off tomorrow because they're changing all the meters around for some reason. I'm with E.ON and that's something apparently they have to do. I've got smart meters anyway, so God knows why I've got to do that. They're putting new smart meters in. So they said they're going to be around between 8 and 11. So I'm going to get up early, do a video, get it released. And then we should be all right. Hopefully we're going to be all right. So that's what's going on there. So next week, patrons and YouTube channel members, I got the dates wrong. There will be no Patreon or channel member stream on Wednesday night because I'm not here. I'm in Essex. My son picks up his GCSE results on Thursday. So I'm going to be going down to Essex on Wednesday so I can get him to the school for Thursday. I should be back in time for the live stream next Thursday evening, though. So that's cool. But tomorrow, yes, I'm going to do ET. I've got the next pack of ET. So that's what's going to be on the channel tomorrow. Now, while I've been like hiding from the rain, I've been going through some stuff, and the patrons know some, and the channel members know what's coming here. I've been obviously ripping the place apart, putting new things in, and I've actually found. Oh, I've got mood lighting on, by the way, so you can see that. See, well, I can turn this one on now. There you go. See, it just washes the lights out when I turn that on. But because I've been ripping out the workshop and all of that, I finally found my Game Boy. So because of that, if you remember from ages ago. Look, you're going to like this noise. Listen to this noise. Ready? Ready? Hang on. Stand by. Let's just do the contrast. There's a noise here that's going to take you back to the day. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. Hang on. How cool is that? I finally got my Super Mario Land. I can play it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been playing Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. And I thought, while we're having a retro night tonight, I've got to show you this. This is great. Now, I've been around my mum's house. Obviously, we've been clearing my mum's house out. And I happened to find this laptop bag. Now, this is from an Amstrad PCC 512 laptop. And I've been looking at some of the things in here. Look, it's even got the manual in here. Look, this is the computer here. Pretty crazy, isn't it? So, and the bag's not too bad. To say this came out in 1987, pretty cool thing. But in the bag, a little bit trip down memory lane to me. I found three. Like if you're a millennial, you ain't gonna know what these are. But these are 3.5-inch floppy disks. And if you look at these, look, this one says documents. This one says LGX, which was the logistics, which was basically a very old version of Excel. That was your first ever spreadsheet. And we got the startup disc here. Now, unfortunately, I did try these discs out before the stream started. They haven't managed to survive since 1987. These have been stored in a loft in baking hot heat. So it's no wonder I think everything's probably wiped off these discs. I was interested to know what was on the documents disc because that's probably old school reports and stuff like that. But it was interesting. It's a trip down memory lane. That's all my writing when I was 13. That's what my writing looked like when I was 13 years old. How cool is that? So trip down memory lane. So I'm going to show you this computer. And the reason why I want to show you this computer is because these things now not only pop up in museums and stuff like that, but they pop up in films and they also pop up in TV series as well. Now I'm going to show you the computer, but this computer was reworked, repropped, and it was held by Ke-Huy Quan, is that right? Ke-Huy Quan? Short Round from Indiana Jones when he was playing QB in Loki. And look, this is him using it. Obviously, they've added loads of junk to it to be some sort of time portal thing or something like that. But how cool is that? So that, what he's holding, oh, you ready for this? Is this. This is the Amstrad PCC 512. Look, the old serial ports and parallel ports on the back there. You open it by opening there. So you've got the keyboard. And that screen you see him use looks like this. Now, the good thing is, apart from the fact that the discs don't work, the laptop actually does work. So check this out. I'm going to just go over to this camera here. I'll put the screen down here so you can see this. I'm going to plug it in. I'm just going to move my mic camera over so you can hear me. I'm going to plug it in so you can hear what 1987 sounds like. Are you ready? So you should be able to see the screen there. Turn it on. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Look. Please wait, it says. I don't know if you can see that. Stand by. And there we go. It's all booted up. I just need an MS-DOS system disk. But it's a great little computer, I have to say, but I thought I'd share this with you because this is like a trip down memory lane. There are a couple of things which, let me change back to this camera here. There are a couple of things which you need to know about computers at this age, though, which I didn't even think about, apart from the fact that the disk drives didn't last. Oh, God, look, it's heavy. We're trying to figure out, should this go in a museum or should I see if a prop company wants it? You've got like dip switches on the side there, 2 3.5-inch floppy drives in there. Pretty cool. But something else that I didn't even think about and it's struggling with is the fact that Y2K, this wasn't set up to have 4 digits for year. So it only goes up to 1999 when you try and set the date on it. So never got patched. So there you go. There's the millennium bug at work. But I wanted to share that with you tonight because I'm sure a lot of you are going to find that interesting, especially the fact that it has appeared in TV shows, as you can see there, which I think is great that it just turns up. It's amazing you could take something like that and just add some wires to it and you know, make something different of it. But you never know, a prop company might want that or something. I don't know. But it is a trip down memory lane. I've showed you my rubber keyed 48K Spectrum, but to have that as well, that's pretty insane. Okay, I am 8 minutes in. I'm going to try and catch up with chat. You know what I'm like. I was talking about the weather, bad weather, chest infections, hay fever. So the reason why I'm not with it is because I took a Puritan, a Pyrenees, I think it was Pyrenees. It's a hay fever tablet. Now, it doesn't matter if they're non-drowsy. It doesn't matter if they're drowsy. It doesn't matter what hay fever tablet I take. As soon as I take one, an hour later, I'm just falling asleep. They just knock me out. So I've slapped myself around a little bit. Hopefully I can get through this stream and be awake. But yeah, pretty funky stuff, hay fever tablets. I never need sleeping pills. Just take one hay fever tablet and that'll knock me out. And it was Explorers. Well done for getting Explorers. I think Matthias got that. Lou, you were close on his heels. Yesterday, I've been doing like countdowns for spaceships that are quite obscure that people might not know. Now, that's Wax Ship from the end of Explorers, which you got there. But I think most people remember either the Sphere or the great big ship that eats Wax Ship. But well done for getting that. I didn't know people were getting that. Yesterday, I did the spaceship from Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And I think Wayne Brickles, did you get that? So I don't know if anyone would have got that either. Not the bit where you see his head. It's just the side view of the profile of the spaceship. The Moonwalker spaceship. That's pretty cool. Now, tell me what happened with last night's stream. What happened with last night's stream? Apparently, the camera was left running, but I'm watching back the on demand, and it does shut off when I say goodbye. I'm worried now. How long was the camera running for? I hope you didn't see anything that's too. I don't know. I think I behaved myself. I think I was just putting everything away. But how long was the stream running for afterwards? Very worried. You folks watch too much of the same movies to know these things. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Christian, I can't even guarantee your thing's going to work today. Should we try it? Let's have a go. Ready?
Give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Well, your thing works. Nothing else works on here. This is Restream for you. So there you go. I'm going to be turning the aircon on because even though the weather is stupid out there, it's really hot in here. Really hot. Lou, do you sell your Stop Sniffing Glue t-shirt? I don't know. Lou, do you do? That's not in my store. I don't know where people can get that from. I've got an original Lou Dalmaso version of that shirt. Hi, Robert. How's it going? Wayne, I've noticed your Vincent has moved, or did it float over? Yeah, I moved it because on account that Optimus Prime's now in the house. I'm having a move around, thinking about some of the models that are coming and stuff. So I'll put Optimus in the house for now. Plus, Optimus is going to go on a stand, and that stand is not going to fit in the little width that I've got here. So I don't think I'm going to be there to display it. So yeah, look, same here, raining and cold. You're only like, I don't know, an hour north, aren't you? It's probably worse and colder there. It's rainy and 9 degrees in Iceland. I mean, with Iceland, with a name like Icelandberg, did you expect it to be icy all the time? That's just me. Greenland. Every time people mention Greenland, I just can't imagine Greenland without any snow. But All fun. Gluing mirrors on today. I did that last night, Steve. Yeah, we had a bit of a car. Actually, the stream was going really well last night until Ian turned up, and then it turned into a car crash. We did do a thing last night as well about identifying something. And anyone who's on the Patreon stream last night, don't tell anyone. But does anyone recognise what this is? Anyone know what that is? I'm sure you patrons are going to say, "Yeah, we know." But it did stump people until I showed them what was on the other side of it. It's always raining in Glasgow, Jamesy boy. Raining in Glasgow is a nice day. It's when it's sunny that it's a nasty day. Hi, this weekend is TF Nation, Transformer Nation, and chance to meet some people. Leicester Village shop. They were selling some stuff, and of course, and many other friends. I missed out on that big time. Big time. Smarter meters, probably that's what they are. I don't know how they're smart meters. They're like HAL, I'm guessing. Why are you turning that on, Wayne? Turn off the toaster, Wayne. It's running too much energy, Wayne. I find that quite funny, actually. You have talking energy meters which say, yeah, do you really want to turn that on? AI, you know. Don't think playing with the docking is stream appropriate. It's my innuendos, Berg. I can't help myself. New smart meters so they can charge you more. I'm guessing that's what it's for. Because like my gas and it's so confusing energy in the UK. My gas and my electric are provided to me by the same company. But some people can have the gas on one energy company and the electric on another energy and I don't know. But they've decided they want to swap out both the meters. So there you go. At least I've had an idea. Hello, Mario. How's it going? Mario helped me out last week. I mentioned about the pipe that I received. I showed you the pipe, didn't I? That Mario helped me with. Thank you so much for that, Mario. I really appreciate that. It made my dad happy knowing exactly where it's from now. Super Mario World. Yeah, it was cool. Almost as good as the OG PlayStation noise. Thank you, Mike. It was raining most of the day in Bury, but now the sun has gone and the sun's got his hat on. You got the original VIC-20 Blitz cassette game. Well, the thing is, I can never find out or format them. I mean, I suppose I could format these drives, but I can't format them in that computer because you need one of these to start it up. Those computers don't come with their own hard drive or anything like that. There's no hard drive in it. The PPC 512 is 512K of RAM memory. That's what it's talking about. 512K of RAM memory. It's got some read-only memory, which is just the Amstrad thing where you can set the date, but that's pretty much it. Dad, you got to get the glasses on. Faith's left my glasses in here. She says I should be wearing these for the stream. I don't know. Is that going to help? The problem with these glasses, Faith, is that they're not prescription. So unless I wear them over my glasses, I can't read chat. So, you know, perhaps I can do that. Does that work? There you go. Hi, Ray. How's it going? You 3D printed the save icon. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Look, I've got loads of them. It's fun to have, actually, one of these. It's to actually see it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even try that. Look, I can't even pull this one back. It's gone sticky. What's going on there? That's probably why I've got an issue. I'm thinking that might be why it couldn't read the disc, because it couldn't push this back. I'm going to try that after the stream, because obviously if it went in the disk drive and this didn't pull back, it wouldn't have been able to read it. I will try that after the stream. I've got to take them off because they're driving me nuts. I'm a millennial and use 3.5-inch floppies as a disc. 3.5-inch floppies are the best. The 5.25-inch, the ones that folded like an envelope, they were horrible things. A good doorstop now, Wayne. I'm telling you, they're going to appear in some movies. You know what is another good thing about this? Let me just put this weird thing that I've asked you to identify to one side. Is if you think, I'm going to put it up again. If you think about the Kenner Millennium Falcon. Now, the Millennium Falcon was a lovely whitish color when you first got it. But if you've still got that and you get it out your loft, it turns this yellow color. Now, this was a lovely white color. You can see it on the disk drives there, like a whitish gray. But, yeah, it's turned yellow. Now, hydrogen peroxide will get that off. But I don't know what sort of state people... I mean, I could restore it, I suppose. But it's just so heavy. It takes 10... Let me show you, look. 10 C-cell batteries. So that truly makes it portable. Or you can plug it into the cigarette lighter of your car, because everyone had cigarette lighters, you know, back in the day. So heavy, though. Portable laptop, too heavy. You love old computer stuff. There you go. I remember those floppy disks. I had one which had my CV on it. Well, that's worrying me what I've got on this documents one. It's either, I'll tell you what's on here. It's either schoolwork, CVs, or Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Because I used to write my Dungeons and Dragons adventures on there, and I used to save them to disk. And then I had a dot matrix printer. You remember that? Trying to print it out. Massive computer processing. Yeah, definitely. I guess they gutted the internal. There's no way he could be lifting that up like he did in that series Berg disc, because it is so heavy. So they must have gutted the internals. Definitely, just kept the screen. It's a shame it doesn't take your hair back to 1987. I used to have long hair back then, Jim. Long hair. You know, I was playing guitar back then, electric guitar. But you've seen a picture of me and Mrs. Worldaway, and that would have been about 3 years later from the old days. Can you watch YouTube on it? I can't do anything. Legit, I'm telling you. I could play a game on it, though. You couldn't play anything like Elite or anything like that. I could play battle chess. I don't know if you remember that. Bit like Star Wars chess, holographic chess, that you move a piece, and when you take them, they turn into a figure and crush each other or slash each other with swords and stuff. Battle chess, it was called. But I could play that on there. But it's obviously a green monochrome screen, so it's only in black or green. Wait, why don't you make it into a prop from Loki? Because it works. The whole thing's still working, Matthias. I don't really want to gut it when it works. I can understand if it's broken. But for a working one, I mean, I've looked on eBay and they're like £300. Some of them are £500 as well. But it's the nostalgia fact of it. The fact that I use this and I bought it. It's like a time travel. It's time travel to 2024 with me, and I'm still holding it. Perhaps I should have that and the ZX Spectrum on display somewhere, and get myself a CRT screen, an old tube screen or something to play them on. I remember we had computers at my school. I played Space Invaders on one. Oh, those were the days. That's what I said. It belongs in. That's what I told my brother. It belongs in a museum. I reckon the Science Museum would be up for that, because they've got a BBC Micro in there, but they haven't got any of them. I think. I don't know how many people would still have one of them. That'd be interesting. Perhaps we send back our old 80s comps to you and you put them on the ceiling in the workshop. How many people have still got their computers from the 80s, though? That's the question. I don't think there'd be many. There might be some few Amigas on there, VIC-20s, Dragon 32, if you remember that. Obviously, the Amstrad PCC, the first IBM, the first Apple, Commodore 64. And there's the Atari 400. Hello, Eric, over in Wisconsin. How's it going? I started out in computing with an Amiga C16, then went to the Amiga 500. Brilliant computer that was. Then eventually started building computers, and the rest is history. Moonwalker was very difficult. It was. I think only Wayne got it yesterday. Storm Gaming was the only one that got it yesterday. So well done for that. You still have your Commodore 64. I love the Commodore 64, but I was brought up with the ZX Spectrum. So ZX Spectrum games, you can get emulators on PCs now, so you can play some of the Spectrum games. You're joking about running overtime. I thought I'd left the camera on, Steve. I know I run a little bit over, but I thought I'd left the camera on. So there's me thinking, what was I doing when the... Because, you know, I've done that before. I've left the camera running. All interesting. But no, the car looks good. We're if anyone wants to know, we're building the Lancia on the channel member stream and the Patreon stream. Everything was going fine, and then I crushed the wing mirror, and the wing mirror fell off, which happens. If you want to become a member, look, I've put it up there. But that was after Ian turned up, and then things just kept going wrong. So what we're doing now is we're just piecing the back end of the car with the engine to the main car. We've almost finished it. It's almost finished. So, but that Lancia has been going on for some time. But I tell you what, out of all the car builds I've done, I guarantee the Lancia is definitely the most detailed car in terms of engine that I've done. Big time. Absolutely did big time. How much does the U96 Turbo cost after the initial pack? Been tempted to order one. Well, they send 4 packs. So it comes to around £50 to £60, Derek, including postage. If you're in the UK, I don't know how much it will cost in Wisconsin. Maybe RMC The Cave on YouTube wants it. RMC, what does that stand for? RMC The Cave. I've never heard of that channel, Bergdis. Shall I have a quick look? RMC The Cave. Hello, Cave Dwellers. Welcome to RMC. I'm Neil. Oh, okay. That looks pretty cool. I might have to have a look. What does it stand for? Retro something collective? I don't know. I'll check that out after the stream. I did put the glasses on, Faith. You saw me. Look. Hello, Wayne in Florida. It's just I run behind on chat, Faith. I'm always 11, 12 minutes behind on chat. It's just the way I am. I've got a mouth that just runs away from itself. It's like a squirrel mouth. I just find something to talk about and then I start chatting about it while we're talking about random things. In September, I think you know, folks over in the US and for the UK, Hachette Partworks are releasing the Ford Interceptor, the apocalypse car, the Mad Max car. Although we're not allowed to call it the Mad Max car, but it's the Ford Interceptor. Well, we're going to be starting to build that next month. And I'm in arrangements at the moment with Hachette to get the prototype sent here. So I will have the finished car when I'm starting to build, so we can have a look at the prototype and have a look at everything that the car's got, which I think is going to be good. But there's a lot of ropes to pull, dots to dot, crosses to cross on the T, and to get that in place. But we'll see. Hopefully we can get that so you'll be able to see that. That'd be excellent. You're starting to wonder if Hachette are pulling out the Australian market due to the cost of living crisis we're experiencing. It's Pete, I've got relatives in Australia. Australia have made a rod for their own back, and this is all Australia's fault. You locked down so hard in lockdown, and then it just went really slow opening things up again. People got stung sending stuff to Australia, and it was just never turning up. So that's the problem. My brother's telling me about these problems they've been having for a while. And I do think that I mean, we're the same here. We've still got people in council offices that haven't gone back to work. They're still working from home. But I just think the logistics of getting things to Australia, which you'd be surprised would be, you think it'd be easy because most of this stuff's coming from China. It's only going to have a shorter jump across the sea to Australia than it is to go to Europe. But I do believe the logistics is screwed up big time in Australia at the moment. You have an idea for a new T-shirt, one of your shop. I'll drop you details on Facebook. Okay, that sounds good, Ian. I like details. I like drops. No, I had... what's that? You had a few made to wear and Wayne got one of those. I do. I said it's on my my rack at the moment. My rack. Because I don't have a cupboard. I've only got a rack at the moment. Seeing as, Mrs. Wayne's ripped my bedroom apart. Oh, you got your brother's R2 fix. That's good news. I went and checked all the wiring, had one that wasn't seated completely and may have been the issue. That was the problem I had. When the head turned, it actually pulled one of the wires out. But once I identified that, pretty easy. Will you hang the International Space Station partwork above your TV in the house? I don't think she's going to let me put it there, Jacob. But it probably can go on this roof in here because I've got that sort of roof. So it could go in the middle there. But just by moving these printers up here, I don't know why, it's made more room in here. It's really weird. So there you go. 19 degrees currently in London, but windy, no rain yet. Well, we're supposed to have it. It's supposed to be nice because, like, with all the clouds coming over, I don't know if anyone follows astronomy and stuff, but it's the Pleiades, or I'm pronouncing that wrong, Pleiades meteor shower. So if you look northeast, if you're in the UK towards Cassiopeia, and that's where Perseus is, you should be able to see meteors. Not stemming from there, but from that direction, sort of to above your head. It can be anywhere in the sky, to be honest with you. I've seen one. And the actual main date for it was the night of the 12th, and unfortunately it was cloudy. So, but I managed to see one. So that's great. Holds a mouse ball. Yeah, there we go. It was a mouse. It's a mouse ball holder. But as you can see, that's one side. And look, I've got the ball. For some reason, I haven't got the mouse. So we've got this rubber ball and the mouse ball holder with no mouse. But yes, kids, this is what we used to use rather than have an optical mouse. We used to have a ball in it. But most of the demographics on my channel, being over the age of 50, already knew what a mouse ball looks like, didn't you? So, If anything, you're getting a trip down memory lane today. It's nostalgia evening tonight. It's warm and muggy in Cromer, but you're by the sea, Mark. How can it be muggy by the sea? It should be nice and breezy, I would have thought. Cromer can get really windy, actually, from what I remember. Especially in the town around the church. You've got like a... trying to get my bearings. Where the church is, you've got a path which leads down to the seafront, and that's sort of like a wind tunnel I used to find. It's a trackball holder. It was. It belongs to the Amstrad. No, I don't think we ever had a mouse for it. Well, we must have had a mouse for it, thinking about it. I think it's got a PS2 connection on the back of it for a mouse. So let me just check that, actually. Stand by. Sorry, this is another squirrel moment here. I just want to check. Whoops. See, in that Loki, this plate isn't on. He's just got this back open here. No, the mouse was actually a serial connection. It was a serial connection mouse if we wanted a mouse. We have got a plug here. Don't know what that one is. But yeah, I don't remember having a mouse for it. You wouldn't have a mouse thinking about it. It never had Windows. It was MS-DOS. It was all text-based, so you wouldn't have had a mouse thinking about it. You had arrow keys. Are you making space to build the 650D? Yeah, right. I ain't got room for that. Have you seen oh, it's Andrew, how's it going? I can't do that. 650D. You're talking about the 1650. So Andrew there, Canadian Starships, Phil Spruverse is building this absolute massive beast of an Enterprise D. As a matter of fact, Lou's building it as well, but I don't know if you've started yet, Lou. But I'm glad Phil's come up, Andrew. I'm glad Phil's done the idea with the addressable LEDs on a strip rather than soldering each individual one. I know that you had already taken off, you had hollowed out all of your phaser array. I think that's definitely the way to go on that build. But you know what? I haven't actually seen the build. I've only seen it on video from Phil and yourself, actually. But it does look good. I can't wait to see what it looks like finished. Hi, everyone. First time I've made it to one of these live streams. Hello, Richard. We have fun in here. A trip down memory lane tonight, I think, definitely. But I mean, I'm back to my mum's house tomorrow. It's amazing some of the things that were kept. We've got like a Chad Valley bear. I've got Pulsar, if you remember I mean, I tried to use it and show Esther where you could take his shirt off and you'll see all his lungs and inside. And when you pumped his back, all the blood moves around his inside. Just a little action figure doll. It still pumps blood around, but I think there's a puncture in the lungs because they no longer inflate and deflate. So, but yeah, found that quite interesting. It looks like a piece from the Millennium Falcon. I do guess that some of these are probably where you kit bash. I'm sure you'll find a home for that in a kit bash kit. But if it wasn't for that side where it says open and close, I think it's hard to identify if you have, because I haven't seen one for ages. I haven't seen one of these for ages. Interesting stuff. You offered your elderly neighbour £20 to try out a stair lift. I think she's going to take me up on it. Oh, God. Welcome back, Mark. And will I build in Mobius Models 1/6 scale Lost in Space Robot B9? Probably not at the moment. Is it Jada? I want to finish my Maria. I'm trying to finish jobs off that I've started. So I want to finish Maria and I want to finish my Cosmic Scale Models Eagle 5. Once I've done then, I can be looking at something else. Cry10, how's it going? Thank you. I just saw your tip earlier, but you're over on Twitch at the moment. I looked on Google for Red Dwarf 3D prints and old Smeg, there are loads now. I bet there are. I heard there's a new series been signed off, so that's going to be good, having a new series of Red Dwarf. Smart units have a Wi-Fi unit in with display. They cost you 20 watts per hour every hour, so not free. Is that what they're getting? So they're going to give me some sort of little thing to put in the house as well. I look fabulous. Thank you, Faith. She deliberately left these in here for me, you know. Crazy. Oh, there we go. There's your comment. I found it. You arrived to Wayne being weird. What's new? I'm always weird. Hi, Wayne. Did you finish? I did finish the Lego Jaws. Renosi and I finished the Lego Jaws like 20 minutes after the stream finished. I had to tell a lie. 20 minutes to get my eyesight back because I had a tablet. Then it took 10 minutes. There's only 40 pieces left to put in, and then I instantly put up a Jaws the short showing it all finished. So, but you know what? After the stream, I went back and looked at all the reviews of people building the stream. Everyone had a problem with that front end, and they all said the same thing, that those 2 bits of Lego aren't enough to hold the front end in. Now, I actually glued mine, so I'm glad I did. But that's a problem with the build, I'm guessing. How long have I been modeling? Well, I modeled as a kid. Then I didn't model again for another 30-odd years. And then when I started the YouTube channel up in 2015, something like that, I started modeling again. So I had a break. These are my modeling years now. Say it loud. Say it clear. Don't want to be singing Mike and the Mechanics, do we? This time. Make sure the disc turns. They should work better than the 5-inch ones are melted together. Well, I mean, I think I've found the problem already. The fact that was sticky. I don't know why. I mean, it's still sticky now. I don't know what's causing that to be sticky. But it turns fine. So, but I am conscious that, you know, some of those summers we've had in the last 40 years in a loft, we'll be cooking those things. It'd be interesting to see how that works out. Yeah, I used to think it was because everyone smoked. No, it's just yellows, plastic yellows. But I have seen people rejuvenate their Millennium Falcons by filling a bath of hydrogen peroxide, just soaking it for a few hours, and it goes a lovely white color again. Welder Wayne restores. I'll be like the repair shop on TV, be giving me your old computers to restore. Well, I restored the ZX Spectrum, the rubber keyed Spectrum. The keyboard fascia had come off, but that's in that box. It's behind the air conditioning there still, but I don't have the power supply to turn it on. But as far as I'm aware, it still works. Pi equals pick. Can you know how much it weighs with all the batteries? Yeah, it's too heavy. But that was considered portable back in the day, Steve. You got to remember our mobile phones were the size of bricks back then. Your first printer was a thermal printer. Oh, my God. But how many of you can remember the times before these? Do you remember before these, we had punch cards? You needed a punch card reader to read them. So it's cards with holes in. You still have the Citizen Swift. Now, wasn't the Citizen... I don't think I had the Swift, but the Citizen ABC was one of the first color dot matrix printers out. It was like it had a typewriter ribbon in it. Because I had a Citizen. Having made your flashbacks tonight, Wayne dot matrix impersonation suddenly made me think of a ZX Spectrum loading. No, I can do the ZX. Phil, do you want? I need water. I'm going to have some water. The ZX Spectrum loading was this. And I won't have an R-tape loading error. It went so like... There's a Spectrum. There will be someone here tonight wondering what the heck going on about. Yep. The stream. If people don't randomly tune into my stream here and they think that question, then I'm not doing my job properly. You still have the original ZX81. Now the ZX81 that had flat keys, didn't it? So it was just like a plastic pad with the keys imprinted on it, and you had to press them, didn't it? You didn't have raised keys. I remember the ZX81. It had a big back section as well, but I mean, how much did it have? It could have only had about 16K, was it? 16K of memory. What can you do with 16K of memory now? Crazy. You still have an Amiga 1200. Oh, my God. I need to plug it in and see if it still works. Well, that's why I did that. I'm glad it does still work. But I'm going to have a tinker after the stream to see if I can actually boot it up and try and get that logistics program to work. Because logistics, it's so funny. Back in the 80s, we had this program called Logistics, and then Excel came out after that. But all the commands that you use on that spreadsheet sort of mirrored across to Excel. So it still equals sum to, and, you know, R5, A1 and all of that. It's like your very first spreadsheets. You have computers from the 80s, but they're all in the US at my brother's. I'd just love to have a retro corner of computers. I mean, I've got retro stuff in the thing, but I've got nowhere to display them. I really did want to have a retro corner. But then this space station came along, and I thought that's too beautiful to keep hidden away at the moment. So that's why it's doing its thing there. You will notice, obviously, I had to ditch the stand because the stand collapsed. That's now wood, solid wood. So that's going nowhere. And I painted the wood black. So that's now on there. You've still got your Spectrum as well. Look, a lot of people still got their computers. That's crazy. Hi, Paul. Sup? How's it going? What did a computer cost back in the day? Well, I think the ZX Spectrum when it first came out was 249. That computer there was 1,050, I think, but that's a lot of money back then. And I think the Plus 3 Spectrum, when that came out, was 299, because I had a Plus 3 after the 48K, the one with, funny enough, the other disk drives, which were the Amstrad discs, which didn't look anything like this. They were slightly different. You still have your Texas Instruments, Tia. I mean, I used to have some of the old Palm Pilots as well. I don't know if anyone remembers the O2 XDA or the Compaq Palm Pilots. The Scion, I think Scion did the Palm Pilots, didn't they? I used to have them tucked away somewhere. I was a sucker for electricals. I loved the gadget. I still love a gadget. Hiya, Paul. How's it going? Yeah, boy, and getting blamed for the car crash. I saw 5 people being charged over the death of Matthew Perry. I wonder what role they had to play. Interesting. You still have a working UK 101 from the early 80s. Wow. Wasn't there a BBC Acorn? Yeah, there was an Acorn. I think the Acorn came out first, and then BBC bought out the Micro, which was Model A and B. I had the BBC Model B. And in the Science Museum, they've got the BBC Model B. That's the only game that I just played Elite on endlessly. I used to play Battle Chess. You remember Battle Chess then, John? Wow. Acorn Electron. That was it. The Electron. Just, you know, Wayne's Lego Ideas announced the Goonies and the Gremlins Gizmo as your next 80s theme sets. Do they do that? Don't say that, Howard, because that would compel me to do another live stream where no one chats with me and I'm just left to get on with my own devices. Would you ever be tempted to 3D print the Red Dwarf ship or Starbuck? I was going to do Starbuck Crichton, but other builds keep getting in the way at the moment. Obviously, the Megazord's coming, and we've got the Ford Interceptor coming soon as well. It's when I've got time. Because, like, for the next 3 weeks, I've got the kiddies here, so I'm doing stuff for the kiddies as well. So it's very hard to get videos done, even live streams, and, you know, live life as well. But next week, I said, I'm out of the equation Wednesday, and I'm back Thursday because my son is picking up his GCSEs. So the Lancia is just like the real one. It falls apart when it rains. Yeah. Can you get Hachette to do a Predator build? Next time I speak to him, I'll be happy to suggest it. I'm sure all these, I know Agora models definitely have, but I'm sure a lot of these companies have whiteboards with wish lists of what they'd love to see built. You still have your Super Nintendo from '92. I've still got a Dreamcast, I think, somewhere at my mum's house, and a GameCube, purple GameCube. I did have an N64. I don't think that's there anymore. I don't know what's happened to half of this stuff. I never, ever found out what happened to my Kenner figures. I had a Rose's tin full to the brim of Kenner figures. And we're talking like the 1977 Star Wars. I even had the Power of the Force figures. They weren't on card because I played with them. But I had the ones with the coins. And I believe they only came out in Japan and Australia, that Australasia region sort of thing. So I had a Man-O-Man, Yak Face, Anakin Skywalker. But I don't know what happened to that. Most of my toys as a kid, you know, suddenly got moved out without me knowing. Can we get a quick workshop tour? There's not really much to see at the moment, Samuel. Look, we've just got paints. That's my paint station and workstation there. 2 printers there. I've got a laser engraver behind me. Vincent's there. And then if I move out the way, I've got my Saturn 4 Ultra. I've got my Corvette Stingray, which I'm still to do, which I haven't done yet. And then everything in front of me is just computer stuff. So it's a very compact but cozy area. Oh, I think the new thing I've got here, look, I've got myself a log fire in here. Don't know if you can see that. It's a log fire. It's not real. It's not real before you say, you know, don't have combustible material in a small space. It's one of these light up bulbs. It's a bulb that gets hot. So that's gonna hopefully keep me nice and cool in the winter, because you know when winter comes I'm going to be complaining about the weather again. So we'll have to see. You saw the Meteor Shower 48 hours ago. You saw about 4 or 7. I saw 1. I was lucky. Hello, Charlotte. How's it going? We got a family get together tonight. I'm sure Mrs. Welder Wayne's in here. My daughter Faith's in here. My daughter Charlotte's in here as well. The Mad Max car was a 1973 Ford Falcon. XP GT V8. But it's interesting. When I was speaking to them, there's no license for it, so it's going to be interesting trying to do that build without mentioning Mad Max. I might have to do it randomly. On another note, I saw Mad Max today. I believe so. I need to get a photo on the side because I think it was you and Craig Simfloor, and I had to make some extra tags. That's why I've got my laser engraver out again while I'm doing that. You're still waiting for the Optimus Prime base. I heard they're shipping out the end of August, so hopefully they're coming soon. The mouse ball always used to get fluffy and stuck. The amount of crap that you used to have to take off of these, because this is rubber. This is like a rubber ball. Come bouncing back to you. Speaking of enterprises, how goes the refit? It's under there. When I tell you what I did, Robert, when I moved everything around, I moved the box about 30 centimeters to the left. I'm sure that warrants working on it, doesn't it? I didn't open it. I just moved it 30 centimeters to the left. So out of sight, out of mind. Has anyone made the spaceship from flesh, Gordon? I remember that. Can we build that on it? Wasn't that phallic shaped? I can't. It's been years since I saw that film. Is that still available to watch somewhere? Flesh Gordon. Wow, I remember that. Your first computer was a VIC-20 with 8K of RAM. Oh, 8K. Wow. And an audio tape deck, all basic, and you had to enter the program in basic, then hook up the black and white TV to play a text-only game. You can. Phil, look, if you're catching up, Phil, we were showing off, look, my old laptop from the 80s, the PPC 512. Oh, and it's heavy. As a matter of fact, you can probably give it to a weightlifting person to do. Crazy stuff. You just got the Ed 209 kit. Very nice. Now, is that the one that Lou built on his channel? That does look really nice. Wayne, have you announced the first annual Telford pub crawl yet? I haven't. Shall I announce that, Phil? I will announce it. So this year, Phil Siegel from Smoothverse and Lou Dalmaso from Aztec Dummy are going to be joining us again in Telford, coming over for the Telford IPMS show. But this time, we are there for the whole event. We're not there just for 3 hours. We're going to be there from the Friday night all the way to the Monday morning, even though the event's only Saturday and Sunday. And we're in a hotel right next to the venue. So as Phil said, there needs to be the first annual Telford pub crawl. I don't know how many pubs there are in Telford, but that could be interesting. Of course, I will forget about how far we got on the pub crawl after the first pub because I'm a lightweight and you'll end up carrying me for every other pub. Ian, you're driving, no pub crawl for you. I don't know how to respond to chatters, but Ian Campbell, I'd love to see Wayne 3D print. Yeah, no, I definitely would do that. If I've not got anything planned, now I've got 2 of these running up, and because I prefer to print them, I think, on a filament printer than the, even though the resin printer does do really large prints, for something like the Starbug especially, I'd like something a little bit bigger. Now, Cosmic Scale Models do the Blue Midget from season 2. I think that was introduced in season 2, which is quite a big model as well. It's around about Wayne's head size. Stand by. It's roughly 2 heads wide. So, international unit of measure. My head, I'm telling you, it's going to get to the stage where people are rubbing my head when I'm out and saying, oh, 10 centimeters. Nothing wrong with Mike and the Mechanics. Is that how far I'm behind on chat at the moment? I love Mike and the Mechanics. I like, didn't he do Nobody's Perfect as well? Nobody's perfect all of the time. Did you say the Ford Falcon is now on the main UK Hashup website as a register your interest? Yeah, I believe it's coming out in September, Mark's Mods. So, I said, when I do build that, I'm hoping to have the prototype as well. What kind of books do stormtroopers read in their spare time? Troubleshooting guides. Oh, Mark, I'm sure you write these down before the stream. We use paper tape with holes in them. We also phoned the local computer and said they used an audio couple. I mean, back in the day, we're talking I would have had my first PC. My first PC was a Packard Bell. I mean, I had just watched things like War Games. War Games was 87. I think I got my PC 90s, probably 1990. And you had war dialers. So I could like set it to dial, if you had an area code 55000000, and it would just keep adding one number to the end and just keep dialing until it found the computer tone and then storing that number. Oh, I was a little brat when I was a kid when it comes to computers. So I fashioned myself on some sort of like international hacker, but that never happened. Look at me, I build models. IBM card machine. Then onto an interpreter machine. You had to hardwire the boards to get data displayed in the format you wanted. 1967 did that in the US Navy. Oh my God. You used the ZX81 as an oscilloscope for my university thesis. Funny enough, oscilloscopes seem to turn up everywhere, Alex. You watch some of the films, what they've got in the background, you'll see old oscilloscopes. In fact, Vincent's screen is an old oscilloscope. It's just a screen from oscilloscope which has been put in there. Not my one, but the official prop one is just an oscilloscope screen. You had the infamous Apple profile drive. It held a massive 5 megabytes. Wow. And only took 5 minutes to boot over SCSI. I can't remember. Didn't these hold 1.44 megabytes? I'm sure these were 1.44 megabytes. It doesn't actually tell me on any of the discs. Oh, 1 megabyte. Yeah, so just over a 1 megabyte it held. Pretty cool. 1 megabyte. What can you do with 1 megabyte now? Sorry, not Vic. Spec Plus 3. Best computer ever. Bugs Bunny won't accept files through Google Drive. It'll only take a WhatsApp doc. Come on. Richard Timms, you got an 18-inch Starbug sat on the shelf. Big and a heavy 3D print. I bet it looks good, though. I've seen some big ones at the Small Space show that I went to a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks, actually. It's probably about a month ago now. Crazy stuff. No, nothing on the Harry Potter train. That never came. I mean, think about it, Alan. That was like 2 years ago. We never got to see it. I wanted to get ET, but wife says no till the R2-D2 and the Lancaster is finished. You know what? I know that if anyone's getting the Lancaster from the newsagents, issue 31 wasn't in the newsagents this week, and I found out because I didn't get to go to the newsagents last week. That issue 30, they went and sold my issue 30, so I'm sourcing an issue 30 at the moment. I'll probably just get it straight from the Hachette site if it's still available. Crazy. Wayne, about a year ago, you were building a one. I think we've talked about that one. There is. It's still down there doing what it does. Thank you, Paul Tackett. I appreciate that. Have a good stream. See you at Wonderfest 2025. Definitely. Looking forward to that. Hotel's already booked. Booking my flights around about December. And bon voyage again. Remember, I'm in Sorrento in like 30 days' time. And then October 16th, I'm in New York Comic Con for 3 days. So that's going to be... That's going to be fun. I haven't seen Esther in here tonight. I don't know where she is. Is she in here? No idea. She's been out all day today. She went to visit a friend over in Cambridge. She's back now. A Munsters coach. A Munsters coached. I can't speak tonight. A Munsters coach who'd be great building a sea view from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I was just sidetracked by your message then, Stephen, because I think it was Benjamin saying he saw Alien Romulus today. I've heard that's a really good film, so I'm off to see it tomorrow on my own because no one in the family likes horror films. So I'm going to watch a film on my own in the cinema again. So you had the Apple IIe. They're going for some money now, I'll tell you. I've seen people turning them into fish tanks as well, Dennis. Tia Telford could join you at the pub. Yeah, if I can still see you, the call is a failure. I don't know. We haven't arranged it yet. I don't know any pubs in Telford, Welsh Piper. I'm sure to find out, though, when we get there. See, look, there's about 100 pubs in Telford. It'll be like The World's End. Have you ever seen that, the Simon Pegg film? One massive pub crawl ending in alien fights. How's this first reverse build challenge? You guys... Get a bunch of non-working 80s computers and use parts and components from them. Scratch build a spaceship of your own design. That's a great one. I thought, Peter, when I was starting to read your sentence in, I thought you were going to say, start with a model and build it on a pub crawl and see what you end up with at the end of the night. That's a good idea, though, Peter. I like that. Please thank Esther for a birthday card. Very much appreciated. Oh, no problems. How do you know it? Wait, whoa. Esther sent you a birthday card. I sent you a birthday card. I sent you the Monty Python one. Did Esther send one too? Oh, she sent an embroidered one, didn't she? I will thank her. I will thank her. Because what's the date today? You got 10 days before your birthday, Mr. Spruverse. So I will announce that next week. You finally finished your cottage diorama and streamed today. 5 weeks of painting and gluing foam and matchsticks. 12 different layers of paint and dry brushing. There's more paint in my house. Oh my god! I love these, Kirby. It was raining till about 12:30, I think, but then it really brightened up. So it was a good day, very good day. I'm off to Duxford in the beginning of September for the Battle of Britain Air Show, so that's going to be fun as well. Hello, Phil. Welcome aboard. Sorry, 1.44 megabit diskette size. Had the wrong. Yeah, the 1.44 ones were the slightly thinner ones. Oh, you've been here since the beginning. She just watches. She's my what they get. It's like Big Brother. She is. She waits to listen to what I say, and then if I say something untowards, and then I come in from the house and she's like, so I say, how was the stream tonight? And she says, hey, it's very good. We got some discussion points. And she'll go down the notes. And then depending on how well that goes is where I'm sleeping, Obviously, nearer the time when we're in Telford, we'll let you know where we're going to be. So if anyone is coming to the IPMS show in Telford, we will let you know where we're going to be. I see the card was for Independence Day. So wait a minute. Did you got that card? Did you get your birthday card as well with that then? Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, did you post both cards together or separate? I'm confused now. Oh, I'm sorry, Wayne. I'm not here. I can stream from Essex, but I'll just be sitting by a sea. Actually, I'm going to an all-you-can-eat Chinese, so I can stream from there. I'll catch you on Thursday, Wayne. The Atari ST was very popular in the music industry because it had MIDI ports for connecting to Simpson stuff. Ah, that's a good point. Very good point. Oh, so you got the Monty Python card as well. Oh, that's good as well. Sorry for not mentioning it. I'm as well very upset you didn't get your box. No, she still hasn't received it yet. Yeah, Phil, see, I I know how much Phil and Lou love Monty Python. I think Lou's card I got him was about the flight ratio of swallows, an African swallow, a European, and Phil's one was about the Knights of Ni asking for a shrubbery. Complete random stuff. Oh, all fun. Can you believe I don't know how I do it. I start the stream like 15 to 20 minutes behind everything. And then by the end of the stream, because I've just got to where Robert's saying, Night, take care, Night. Take care, Robert. I've just realized I'm at the end of the stream and I've still got 5 minutes. So, that's really cool. But as I said, I've got to speak to the family because obviously this isn't my laptop to do anything with. But I do like the idea of being able to do something like that with it. But look at the way he's holding that, right? If I was to do that, look, you got to, this is supposed to be portable, remember? I'd have to hold it like this. The screen must have been fixed in place. He had the back off. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. It's a fun old thing, though. I'm glad it boots up, I have to say. But I will try after the stream to see if I can get this disk drive working because this is the actual MS-DOS. Obviously, it didn't have Windows. It had MS-DOS. So if I get MS-DOS running, then I can find out what's on these other disks. And that's the challenge. That's tonight's challenge for me. Obviously, if you think the laptop was heavy and the 10 C-cell batteries, check out the power supply for it. So this is a 13-volt, 2-amp power supply. And it weighs a brick. But But, you know, that hasn't had power in it for 37 odd years. So pretty crazy. Short round had tremendous upper body strength. I think he did. I just can't pick that thing up. Crazy. Did you play the Lord British Games Ultima series? Played them all. I don't remember Ultima. I remember I used to play Quake and Half-Life back in the day. I do kind of remember the graphics, the game cover for Ultima, but I don't remember playing it, I have to say. Classic MS-DOS typing command. Yeah, C directory and stuff like that. I've got to try and remember it. But you know what? A lot of those commands are in the instruction book as well. You still use MS-DOS now? Seriously? Wow. You'll be doing some advanced programming on this thing then, Ian. Okay, so tomorrow the video is going to be up very early. I'm going to be up early to get the next pack of ET done. I don't know what we're doing. I haven't seen anyone's actually got it out on YouTube yet, so we'll figure out that one when it comes out tomorrow. And then I'll be back on the channel on Monday. But I said things are going to be all over the place next week because I am in Essex for a couple of days next week. But thank you. You posted July 4th card with the grandparents card, I think. Surely the birthday card was sent separately. I don't know. He's got them all now. He's got them all. So that's the main thing. We're all happy. But anyway, thank you for joining me on the stream tonight. It's really appreciated. And until next week, take care, everyone. And I will see you later. Bye.